So, Joe Nalbone, it's an honor to have you with us.
Thank you, Russ.
You can sit if you like.
Thank you. I umpired in the first NYP League game. The president at that time was Bob Stedler. Bob Stedler was sports director of the Buffalo Evening News, and he was the first president that, with a committee, they formed. It was called the Pony League. Pony for Pennsylvania, Ontario, and New York. The next thing I want to talk about is Jake Pitler. He was a manager of Olean. I was a base umpire, and Jake Pitler was coaching third base. Now, if any of you remember Jake Pitler, he had a lot of hair, and it was gray. And he parted in the middle, and it came down, a lot of hair. Always bushy hair, something like the boys today. There was a play situation at first base, and it was where the ball beat him there, and I called him out. Jake Pitler ran from third base right across the home plate, right across the pitcher's plate over to me, and he got over to me and he says, "Nalbone, I want to tell you something." Now he's pointing like that at me, see? And the plate umpire and everybody and all the fans are hollering, "Kill him, give him some more." And he's telling me, "Nalbone, somebody told me you were a good umpire. I think you were a good umpire. Somebody said you had good eyesight. I think you got good eyesight. You're a good umpire." He put his cap on, ran back to the third base. All right, so when the inning ended, my partner, the chief umpire, came up to me and he says, "Nalbone, what was he telling you?" He told me I was a good umpire. It looked like he was killing you. He told me he looked like he was killing you. Story about Johnny Newman. Johnny Newman was a big husky boy. All right, it was in Hornell where I missed the first pitch on Johnny Newman. When Johnny Newman came to bat, I'm the plate umpire, and I'm down like this, and the pitch was high, and I said, "Strike!" Johnny Newman was chewing tobacco. Bit me hard at me. "Now, Lord," he said, "that pitch was high." Well, I said, "Johnny, let him throw it again." So, anyhow, he was angry. So, all right, so then the next pitch, see, Johnny Newman was angry that I called a lousy call on the high pitch. So the next pitch, Johnny hit that ball, it's going, it's going. It hit that schoolhouse, 15 feet out of the park. Now, he was in a visiting stadium, and the fans gave him a big applaud of hand to Johnny Newman. And Johnny Newman became a citizen of our city, Jamestown. He became a bus driver, and then became a manager of a Babe Ruth team. And I used to umpire professional ball, Little League, Babe Ruth. And when Johnny was the manager of a Babe Ruth team, I was assigned to umpire a game. And I said to Johnny, "Johnny, you remember that home run you got in Hornell?" He says, "Yeah, thanks to you, Joe, you got me mad enough." Well, we became friends. I umpired a game there that Pittsburgh Pirates played. I got the lineup of the game that Oscar Larson and we umpired. There it is, see? He's got the schedule.
That's the original.
And
1939.
So, if any of you have an old schedule of the Expos, that picture of Pittsburgh Pirates playing at Sutherland, I'm in the picture next to Honus Wagner. See, it's an honor, let's say, for me to be next to Honus Wagner. En route going to Olean, I had an old jalopy car. I got this side of Salamanca and I got a flat tire. Put the spare, left Salamanca and got another flat. I didn't have no spare. My wife and kids, I had to get to the ball game in Olean. So there was a farm place up there. I told my wife and kids, "Go up there and call my son, tell him about coming back. I'll be in Olean." So I had a paraphernalia bag with my chest protector, shin guards, and got on the road and hitchhiked. I got a ride at the Olean Park, and when I got there, the first thing I did, see, I was late. is I went to the office and I told them why I was late, have it announced so they don't kill me when I go in the field. I'm about 20 minutes late. So somehow the public address system was high. And the boy that was going to go up and give him the message about me was late. And I got on the field before he announced it. So when I got on the field, "Hey, you bum, where you been? Who do you think you are? This is a baseball game. You're late." So after the inning ended, the loudspeaker up there said, "Your attention, please. We'd like to tell you why our base umpire was late. He got 2 flat tires and had to leave his family and children at a farmhouse and hitchhike." Then I say a few words about Ross Badger. He was up in his 50s and he traveled with his girlfriend. And it came a time when they decided to get married. And somehow they got to the personnel of the Jamestown team, and it was announced that there was going to be a wedding at home plate on a certain day. You remember that, Ashton? Sure do. And Ross Badger, I was the base umpire when he was the plate umpire. And here's the amazing part about that. Jack Sanford was a manager. Ross Badger, about a week before, put him out of the game for an argument, see? And then Sanford became his best man at that wedding. Well, I'm talking about the Jammers. It was a people's choice why they named it the Jammers, and it's good. And I had my wife put the Falcons because 1941, when they had the name Falcons, it was my wife and another woman that got credit for naming the Falcons. Well, at that time, the 2 people that selected, I got the letter here, Russ saw it, that my wife got a $5 due bill from the Biglows, and my wife was a little bit on the stout side. She went to Biglows and bought a girdle, $25 girdle, and got a $5 deduction for naming the Falcons.
He's in trouble when he gets home.
Is that on the air?
Yes, that's on there, Joe.
And thank you all for coming.
Let's say thanks to Joe.